Welcome to Bedtime Mom, where dreams begin and stories take flight.
A warm desert night lay still under the moon, but suddenly the sky trembled as if awakened by an ancient force. One by one, the stars flickered and vanished until the heavens turned completely dark. A strange silence spread across the dunes, and then without warning, a whirlwind of shimmering silver sand rose from the ground, spinning high into the sky like a living serpent of light. The winds carried a soft, distant whisper, a voice not of this world, murmuring through every corner of the desert. A child is born, the keeper of the starlit lamp. The villagers stepped out of their homes, startled, watching the swirling sky as silver sparks rained gently down, illuminating the dunes as if the night had briefly turned to dawn. It felt as though the entire desert was holding its breath, waiting for something remarkable to unfold. In a small mud brick house at the edge of the village, a baby's first cry echoed at the exact moment the silver storm reached its brightest point. His mother held him close, her face glowing under the strange celestial light that streamed through the window. She named him Aladdin, a name whispered to her by the shimmering wind outside, as if the stars themselves had chosen it. Far away, in the grand palace of the kingdom, the queen gave birth to a daughter at that same moment. The palace filled with joy, unaware of the magic stirring outside. Above the palace towers, a tiny comet split silently into two glowing halves, one drifting toward Aladdin's village, the other settling above the palace roof like a silent guardian. The newborn princess, wrapped in fine silk, blinked her eyes for the first time at the comet's gentle light. They named her Sira, the light of dawn. As the celestial storm slowly faded, calm returned to the desert. The villagers whispered and wondered. The palace priests scribbled omens and signs in the winds carried one last soft murmur before disappearing into the night. Two children born beneath the broken stars, their destinies already woven together. And so began the story of Aladdin and Princess Yasira, bound by a night when the heavens themselves paused to watch them enter the world. Aladdin grew up in a tiny desert village where the winds hummed gently against the clay rooftops. His mother worked endlessly, weaving rugs and mending old fabrics, while he spent his days at the bustling bazaar repairing broken objects. From a young age, he possessed a strange gift. Whenever he touched something old, it seemed to whisper secrets of its past. The villagers often brought him cracked pots, rusty tools, and forgotten trinkets, amazed at how his hands could restore them to life. Despite their poverty, Aladdin was cheerful and kind, always offering a smile that lifted the hearts of those around him. He walked through the marketplace with a worn wooden toolbox, greeted warmly by merchants who called him the Miracle Boy. His mother often reminded him, "Kindness is a treasure no one can take, my son." Each night, Aladdin gazed at the stars from the roof of their home, feeling a deep, inexplicable connection to the sky. Little did he know, the night he was born, the heavens had whispered his name, and a spark of destiny waited quietly within him, ready to awaken when the time came. Inside the grand palace, Princess Yasira lived a life of wealth and splendor, yet her heart often felt lonely. Servants bowed, tutors praised her intelligence, and jewels sparkled in every corner, but Yasira longed for a world beyond palace walls, a place where life was real, messy, and beautiful. Her only true companion was Luma, a tiny glowing desert sparrow that followed her everywhere. Late at night, Yasira would sit by her window, listening to the distant hum of the bazaar below. She often imagined herself wandering among the crowds, tasting sweets, and watching the children play. One evening, wrapped in a veil, she quietly left the palace through a hidden passage, stepping into the bustling streets of the village. Among the market stalls, she felt alive for the first time, seeing life through ordinary eyes. She never expected to meet anyone familiar, but deep within, she sensed a connection waiting for her, a hidden thread tying her to a boy she had not yet met, whose destiny had intertwined with hers since the moment they were born. One morning, Aladdin walked toward the bazaar, carrying his worn shovel, ready for another day of work. Near the ancient silver well, he noticed a man with a dusty cloak, looking around nervously as if hiding something. The man's eyes locked on Aladdin. "Boy, you there," he called. Aladdin glanced around. No one else was near. Hesitating, he approached. The man whispered, "I dropped something precious in this well. Help me retrieve it, and I'll reward you with a pouch of sapphire coins." Aladdin's heart leapt. Sapphire coins could give his mother a life of comfort. Yet the man seemed anxious, almost fearful. Aladdin's kindness and desire to help outweighed his caution. "I'll help you," he said. The stranger tied a thick rope around Aladdin's waist. "Hurry," he muttered. "Time is not on our side." Aladdin did not know that stepping into the well would be the first step toward an adventure beyond imagination, one that would change his life forever. Aladdin descended into the pitch-dark silver well, clutching the rope tightly. The air grew colder as he reached the bottom. His match flickered to life, revealing walls carved with glowing constellations, ancient patterns of stars that pulsed with quiet magic. In the center lay a silver lamp, engraved with swirling star symbols, glowing faintly as if alive. "I found it," Aladdin shouted. The stranger above yanked the rope. "Pass it up quickly." Aladdin hesitated. The beauty of the glowing walls captivated him, but the stranger pulled harder. Finally, Aladdin handed the lamp up, but the rope snapped. He fell back into the sand, the lamp tumbling beside him. Alone, dark, and cold, Aladdin felt fear for the first time. The stranger's treachery left him trapped, but destiny had something else in store. A tiny glimmer from the lamp caught his eye, hinting at powers and wonders beyond imagination. The adventure was only beginning. Aladdin sat, trembling, staring at the silver lamp. Desperation made him rub it. Suddenly, a burst of silver light filled the well. From the radiance emerged a towering figure, glowing like a fragment of the night sky, with eyes reflecting distant galaxies. "I am the Star Guardian," the figure said, voice echoing like soft thunder. "Child of the storm, you freed me. I grant you 3 star wishes." "Speak your first," Aladdin, trembling but brave, whispered. "Please, take me out of this well." The guardian raised a hand. Light wrapped around Aladdin like a gentle cocoon, lifting him from the darkness. Moments later, he stood under the open sky, breathing the fresh desert air. In his hands was the silver lamp, humming softly with untapped magic. Walking through the bazaar, Aladdin's mind was full of wonder and fear. Distracted, he accidentally bumped into a veiled girl carrying a basket of fruits. They both stumbled, and the fruits scattered. "I'm sorry," she exclaimed, bending to gather them. Their hands touched, and a strange warmth filled both of them. Her veil slipped slightly, revealing bright eyes that seemed to hold galaxies. Aladdin couldn't look away. "Who are you?" he asked softly. "I'm just a visitor," she replied, voice trembling. Yet even in her brief glance, Aladdin felt a connection he could not explain. Luma, the glowing sparrow, fluttered around them, chirping excitedly as if recognizing Aladdin. Before they could speak further, palace guards appeared. Yasira hurried away, whispering, "We'll see each other again." Aladdin watched her disappear, knowing in his heart that their destinies were bound by the stars. Aladdin returned home, exhausted but safe. He told his mother about the well, the stranger, and the lamp. She began cleaning it, and with the soft shimmer, the Star Guardian appeared. "I wish for my mother to have a better life," Aladdin said bravely. In a flash, their home transformed. Cracked walls became smooth, lanterns floated, fountains sparkled, and food appeared on the table. Their poverty vanished in an instant. Villagers whispered, "Aladdin must be blessed," but wealth was only the beginning. The lamp's magic hinted at adventures yet to come. Aladdin's destiny was calling him toward challenges that would test his courage, wisdom, and heart. The Sultan discovered Yasira's secret visits and locked her in her tower. Yasira gazed longingly at the distant bazaar, thinking of the boy with kind eyes and gentle hands. Night after night, she stared at the stars with Luma by her side, wishing for freedom and the boy she had met. One night, a falling star streaked across the sky, and Yasira whispered, "Please bring him back to me." Far away, Aladdin saw the same star, feeling its warmth in his heart. Their destinies were drawing closer, pulled together by unseen threads. The stranger from the well was revealed as Zaruk, a jealous sorcerer. Disguised as a peddler, he entered the palace gardens. "Old lamps for trade," he shouted. Yasira, curious, handed him the silver lamp for a shiny new one. Zaruk's eyes gleamed. He rubbed the lamp, forcing the star guardian to obey him. "Take the palace to the desert of endless sands," he commanded. In a swirl of silver light, the palace disappeared, along with Yasira inside. Aladdin was unaware that the greatest challenge of his life awaited him. Aladdin returned to find the palace gone. Desperate, he remembered the star ring from the well. Sliding it onto his finger, a celestial spirit appeared. "You seek someone," it said. Aladdin nodded. The spirit summoned the flying sand whale to carry him across the endless dunes. "You have one star wish left. Choose wisely," the spirit warned. Aladdin held tightly, his thoughts fixed on Yasira. He would save her and restore the palace, no matter the cost. Aladdin arrived at the lost palace. Yasira served Zaruk, who sneered at him. Aladdin slipped on the star ring, and the celestial spirit appeared beside him. "I wish for Zaruk's dark magic to dissolve forever," he declared. A burst of silver light erupted. Zaruk screamed, turning into harmless desert dust swept away by the wind. Yasira ran to Aladdin, tears in her eyes. They embraced. The Star Guardian lifted the palace back to its rightful place. The Sultan welcomed Aladdin as family. Together with Yasira, they ruled with kindness and courage. Every night they watched the stars, remembering the adventure that had bound their destinies forever. They lived happily ever after, under the eternal light of the stars. Under the glow of returning stars, peace settled over the kingdom. The palace gleamed like a jewel, towers reflecting the Star Guardian's blessing. Villagers marveled at the miracle, while Aladdin and Yasira stood hand in hand in the gardens, hearts full of love. Luma fluttered around them, chirping joyfully. The Star Guardian appeared one final time, smiling. "You have used your wishes with courage and kindness," he said, sending a wave of starlight across the land before dissolving into a new constellation. From that day on, the kingdom flourished under their gentle rule. They helped the poor, rebuilt homes, and shared kindness everywhere. Every night, Aladdin and Yasira sat on the palace balcony, watching the stars, remembering the night fate tied their destinies and the courage that brought them together. Their love became a story whispered across generations, a reminder that even in the darkest storms, a spark of goodness can change the world. And so, under the endless desert sky, Aladdin and Yasira lived happily ever after, guided always by the stars that had chosen them.